Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Enzo. Welcome back to Fun with Enzo. So during Christmas time, I got a bunch of movies, and I'm going to show you each one of them. I'm not sure if that's all of them, but I picked the ones that I watch and like the best ones. So I'm going to show you them and see what I thought about them. So here we go. E.T. Now, everyone heard of this movie, especially if you haven't seen this logo here. E.T. was just a great movie. It was fantastic. I loved it, and I'm so happy now that I own it on DVD. You have to watch it if you have it. The 4 Batman movies. Now, I actually have a poster right there. You probably can't see. I like the first 2, Batman and Batman Returns. Batman Forever was okay, and Batman and Robin wasn't really all that good. But you should give them all a watch because they're all awesome. Besides, Batman and Robin's, but, whatever. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. This was a really, really good film. I actually wasn't expecting it to be as good as I thought it turned out to be. I was actually thinking it was going to be an okay film. I didn't really watch it. And then when I did, I was glad that I did because it was good. You have to watch it. Here's Young Frankenstein. Great movie. I was actually surprised how great this was. And also, it was really funny, too. You have to watch this film if you haven't. I really recommend it. Here's Beetlejuice. This was a really good movie. That's actually the same guy, Michael Keaton, that was in all Batman films, the Batman and Batman Returns. This was a phenomenal film. Very funny, and you have to watch it. Here's a movie called Paradise Alley starring Sylvester Stallone. And surprisingly, this isn't really that well known of a film. If you look on the Rotten Tomatoes website, they don't have any score for this thing. And I was actually very surprised because I was expecting the movie to be okay, but it actually turned out to be really, really good. If you never even heard of it and you think it's going to be bad, give it a watch because you actually might enjoy it. It's a really good Sylvester Stallone film and he gives it a great performance. Here we go with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now, I never really heard of this film before. I heard it was good by a couple of people. I kind of forgot about it over time. So, when I got it for Christmas, I was actually kind of excited and I really wanted to see it. I actually saw this movie at my cousin's house. You subscribe to his channel right here. Really good film. You have to watch it. It was very good. I'm surprised they didn't make a sequel to this back in the day. But yeah, really good film. You have to watch it. Here's 2 movies right here called Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2. I never heard of these movies in my life. I just got them and searched it up. They have really good reviews, so I was actually kind of excited. And surprisingly, they were both funny. Now, when I saw the original, I was like, alright, that was great. Here we go with the sequel. Kind of not expecting too much. They were both, making me fall out of my seat with laughter. They're just one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. If you haven't seen them, I don't know what you're doing. You got to see them. Here we go. Another Sylvester Stallone movie, Victory. Now, this movie was okay. I'm not going to say it's not one of the best Sylvester Stallone films. It's not bad, but it's not that good. It's kind of in the middle. If you are a super, big fan of Sylvester Stallone, I would recommend watching this. And if you like soccer, I would recommend watching this. But besides that, you don't really have to see it. It was okay. Here's The Breakfast Club right here. This was a really, really good film. It was actually much different than I imagined. I thought it was going to be these kids, and then they get in detention, they meet up and everything. Actually, just the whole movie is them in detention. But you would think that's actually kind of boring, and it gets kind of stale after a while. But it's actually, they do a really good job. John Hughes did really good, and you have to watch it. Over the Top. Yeah, this was a crazy film. All I have to say was I was not expecting what happened in this movie. I tried to not look up anything for this movie. I wanted to be surprised, and boy was I. It's about Sylvester Stallone and his dad, and then it's this kid, and they get along, and then he does wrestling, the dad, and he's really good at it. I won't tell you the ending, but overall, if you, like I said before, Escape to Victory, big Sylvester Stallone fan, I would watch it. If you like arm wrestling, I would watch it. Pretty entertaining film, and it can really get you, pumped up. Big. Now, I just have to say, first, I hate this poster. Good movie, but that poster's just creepy. Look. Help me? Really good film. Now, usually what I do is I just pop in the movie real quick to my PlayStation over there, and I get a sneak preview, but I popped in the big movie, and I was actually ended up watching a little bit of it. I was like, oh god, I had to take it out, and I watched it that night, because I just loved it so much. Maybe to some people, you wouldn't expect it to be that good, but it actually turns out it's really good, and it's not a film that gets a lot of credit. It's much better than you would think it is. So, if you haven't watched Big, go ahead. It's a really good film. Now, here's the last thing right here. Rambo box set. This comes with all 4 films, and it's super big. I'm going to actually show you right now. There you go. There's the Rambo movies, plus bonus. This was really awesome. I love the Rambo series. I never even seen them before in my life, and I'm a big Sylvester Stallone fan, if you couldn't tell. I had to get Rambo, and I loved all of them. They were all good. I know they have really bad reviews online, but I ended up liking all of them. I think the first one was my favorite, because it wasn't as much as an action movie as you think. It's actually about survival. The other ones are more action-packed with shooting and everything. But overall, Rambo was really, really good. And if you haven't seen them, you really do. So yeah, those are all the movies I got. I really hope you enjoyed this video and stay subscribed for more because there's a lot more coming. Bye, bye, bye.